All right, I decided to go a long ways. All right, this is workout number 2 of a 7-day series. The day 1 is where I'm wearing all yellow. We're gonna do 7 workouts, all beginner, no equipment, no impact. If you want to take it up a notch, I'll give you a progression. They can definitely sneak up on you. You will definitely break a sweat. So if you think, this is gonna be too easy for me, you're probably wrong. So, but if you're worried about it being too hard, you're also wrong. It is meant to be a challenge, but hey, Leslie, but it's not going to be so impossible, that you can't do it. So, let me hit record over here, and we will start with a warm up. You're going to come on down to the floor. We're going to do some hip openers. So you're going to come on down to your back. You're going to put your arms out like the letter T. You're going to take your left foot up, foot flexed. You don't have to lock out your knee. It does not have to be straight. And then you're going to go ahead and just drop it down to the side. Go as far as you can go. If it doesn't touch the floor, don't worry about it. You're going to do 10 on each side. So when I first started doing these, my one hip was tighter than the other, but I couldn't get my foot to the floor. It was just way too tight. So trying to improve our hip mobility with this movement here. Staying relaxed through your head, neck, and shoulders. Oh, look, there's a wasp nest up there. After you're done with 10 on the left side, you're going to do 10 on the right. And remember, that leg does not need to be locked out. I got to scoot over a little bit here. And drop it down. Anytime you're warming up, stretching, or even working out, you don't want to force anything. Just do what you can do. Listen to your body. Recognize where it's at. Kind of find spots where you may need to work on. You're going to find your strengths too. All right, so after you have done 10 on the right, we're going to spin around and we're going to get into a tabletop position. So my back is flat. Shoulders are stacked over my elbows, elbows over wrists. My knees are under my hips. I'm going to take my right hand, right fingertips to my right ear. I'm going to connect my right elbow to my left elbow and then open up. So you're going to do 10 on each side. When you're done with those, you're going to switch to the other side. So fingertips by your ear, elbow to elbow, connect it, and then open up, right? So stretching that chest, front of the shoulder, and getting that torso twist. All right. So we're going to do 9 moves, 30 seconds each for 3 rounds. So we're going to treat this first round kind of as an extension into our warm up and just learning what the moves are. So if the first round feels a little funky, feels a little like off, that's okay. That's normal. We're just getting used to the moves. The second round we do a little bit better, and the third round are our best. And maybe try out some of those progressions. All right, so our first move is going to be an alternating skip up. I'm going to show you 2 different options. So your non-impact option is right knee, left hand, switch sides, left knee, right hand, right? So we're just going to go here for 30 seconds. Now, if you feel like that movement is not enough for you, you can take it up a notch and get more of a skip so you can leave the ground. Whichever one you do, it does not matter, but make sure you get that full explosive movement. Big reach there. We're there, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we're doing our skip ups. Big reach, drive that knee, right? So every move with intent and purpose. You're not just doing one of these guys like, whatever. Go. And rest. All right, next move, we're gonna come on down to the floor. You have an alternating side plank. Again, 2 options. Your first option is going to be going into a full plank. Stack shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, but you can go a little bit wider than your shoulders. Nice long neck. You're gonna transfer your weight to the side of your feet, reach up. We're gonna come through the middle, come back to high plank, and you'll go to the other side. Your option here is to drop to your knees and go side plank here. Come through the middle, side plank here, all right? We're actively reaching with that top arm. We're here 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So I'm gonna go into this movement on my knees because this is part of the beginner series. So, not everybody can do that full plank rotation, and that's okay. We'll work up to that. One more, and rest. Then we're gonna come back up. We have a squat with a lateral leg lift. We're gonna do 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. The only modification here would just be to reduce your range of motion. So, for example, with my squat, I'm gonna squat, I'm gonna go as low as I can, but if you're unable to go low without, if you can't go low and you start to lose your form, just stay up a little bit higher. When you come up to the top, we're just gonna lift that right leg. It's not a kick, okay? I want you to lift, and again, you'll feel that right there in the glute. All right, so we got squat, lateral lunge. 3, 2, 1, here we go. I'm sorry, squat, lateral leg lift. Stay on that same side. You're here, 30 seconds. Then we're gonna switch to the other side. For that squat, think tripod foot, right? Right under the ball of your foot. Not under the ball of your foot, right in your ball of your foot, under your baby toe, and your heel. You're gonna push that all through the floor. Don't rock back on your heels completely. We're gonna switch sides. We hit our 30 seconds. So it's a squat, lateral leg lift on the left. All right, so back to what I was saying about the squat. We hinge at the hips, knees tracking over the middle of the feet, and your feet pressing through the floor. So make sure you're pushing that big toe in as well. That's gonna help corkscrew your feet into the floor and activate the glutes. Rest, nice job. All right, we're back down to the floor. We're gonna do a push-up with an arm raise. So push-ups you can do full plank, or you can do them from your knees. So what you'll do is you're gonna lower, lift, take one of your arms, and I just want you to reach it forward. Put it down, lower, lift, and reach with the other side, okay? We're gonna be there for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So I'm gonna drop to my knees for these push-ups. I'm gonna lower, leading with my chest, press up. Let's see if I can reach forward with that arm. Now the other side. Lead with your chest, not with your chin, right? Don't do one of these guys. Elbows go back 45 degrees. Core is nice and tight, so squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your quad, your hamstring, squeeze it all. It's easier to push up a board than it is a noodle. Rest. All right, after that, we have lunge kick on the right side. Set this over here. So lunge kick on the right. A little bit of balance here. So I like to start with my feet under my hips. I'm going to stride back, dropping my back knee, loading that front leg, using that tripod foot that I talked about earlier with the squat. So I load that front leg. I'm going to come up and kick. Come back down, come up and kick. Right, so I'm going to stay there 30 seconds. Now, an option here is just to decrease that range of motion. So maybe if I'm not able to get that 90 degrees in both legs, maybe I just stay up a little bit higher. And if I can't kick that high, I take the kick a little bit lower, okay? So don't go for the gold, work into it. All right, lunge kick right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're here 30 seconds. So core needs to stay tight here. Everything you do is a core exercise. Everything you do, the core is involved. So some people like to say they got punched in the stomach. I don't say that. I kind of tuck my tailbone under, top of my hips towards the bottom of my ribs. Switch to the other side, lunge kick left. So load that front leg. And rest. Nice job. Okay. Next up, we have renegade rows. So you're going to be in a high plank position. Drop to your knees if you need to. No weights here. All you're going to do is pull your wrist towards your hip, alternating sides. So in a high plank or from your knees, you'll be right here. All right. Let's come on down. We're going to be here 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So get up in your high plank, or you can drop to your knees. Pull wrist to hip. Alternating sides. So what you're looking for is trying to keep your core nice and tight and control with the hips. So when I pull my right wrist towards my right hip, I'm also pulling that hip towards the floor. And I'm controlling my core. I'm not letting it wobble all over the place. Like pretending that you have a glass of water on your back. Rest. I don't know why you would have a water glass on your back, but if you did, you wouldn't want to spill it, because that would be bad. We have single leg deadlift on the right. And so the goal with these, eventually, long-term goal, is to be able to reach towards the opposite foot with a flat back, hinging at the hips. But that's not easy. That's not something that you just pick up. You gotta practice that hinge. So what we do is we use a chair or a countertop, something like that. My left leg's gonna be my balancing leg. Knee is soft. I'm gonna practice hinging at the hip. So as my chest hinge, as my hips hinge and my chest goes forward, then the back leg lifts up, okay? So go near a countertop, couch, chair, or pull a chair over. I want you to get that hinge down, right? Because what a lot of people do is, that's fine, I got it. And they bend over and do one of these guys. Work on that hinge. Super, super important to nail that hinge. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Left leg, standing leg, tripod foot, right? Knee is soft. It's like someone's karate chopping me in the hips. My back is flat. My chest falls and my leg rises behind me. My head stays in a neutral position with my spine. And we're gonna switch sides. So now my right foot is my standing leg. Knee is soft, hinge. Now, you'll notice I keep my hips and my shoulders, my entire torso stays square to the floor, right? So I'm not doing one of these guys, right? I'm not flying open. I'm hinging forward. And rest. Nice job. Okay. Round 1 is done. And how long have we been on here? Anybody? No, it doesn't tell me on here. Okay. I was just curious. Okay. We are going to hit round 2. If you want to grab a drink, you can. You've seen all the moves. Of course, I will go over them each when we go through again. But it's 3 total rounds. So we have 2 more rounds to go. Guys, it's only 9 moves. Okay, 10. 30 seconds each. We keep our break. The cardio is going to come from short breaks in between. So we might not be jumping around, but the heart rate gets up. So that's why I'm not giving you a really long break. Shut up, Wendy. Okay. So we are going to do 30 seconds alternating skip ups. We're here 30 seconds. Remember your options. You can step it, or if you want to take it up a notch, it's boom, boom, right? Big explosion up. Oh, my battery's dying already. Of course it's dying. Okay. Here we go. Alternating skip up. 3, 2, 1, go. Everything's active, right? There's a reason why I'm telling you to stretch up, to reach. You feel that in your lungs, right? That's work, even though we're not jumping. You don't need to jump. Drive that knee. Using your lower abs and your hip flexors, get them up. And rest. Nice job. All right, alternating side plank. Remember your option is to drop to your knees. So I'm gonna do the knee version. If you want, you can go full plank. When you go full plank, just make sure your feet are wide enough apart so that you have room to transfer, okay? 3, 2, 1, here we go. So alternating side plank. When you're in that side plank, right here, that oblique, the oblique at the floor, facing the floor, is engaged. Shoulder blade is locked down, back and down, right? So we don't just do these moves, throwing limbs all over the place. And rest. Nice job. We have squat, alternating leg lift. We're gonna do that on the right side. Three, 2, 1, here we go. So just the right side. You notice I'm not kicking, I'm just lifting. We sit down and back. When you come up, give me a glute squeeze. Why? But why? Because I want that core engaged. Switch to the other side. When you sit down and back, I don't want your torso, I don't want it to collapse. This is how we keep the core strong and your back safe. I'm gonna show you from the side. Tuck that tailbone under, squeeze my glutes. So this 360 degrees is protected. rest. Sun's coming through now. Hi, Bonnie. Hey, Claire. All right. We have our push-up with an arm reach. Hopefully the sun is not ruining our shot here and you can see me okay. So you can do a full plank push-up, or you can do the push-up from your knee. We're gonna lead with your chest. The elbows are gonna go back 45 degrees. Roll your shoulders down and back. Lock those lats in towards your hips, right? Lock it down. A lot of people, when I tell them to roll their shoulders down and back, they do one of these guys, and it comes forward again. Lock them down and back. Keep it there. Clara knows what I'm talking about. Clara lifts up some heavy weights, so she knows you need to have those lats locked. All right, let's do these push-ups with an arm reach. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And I'm doing them from my knees. If you want to do them in a full plank, go ahead. Now you notice I'm not rushing through these. When I reach forward, I'm reaching and stretching, right? Working my lats. Reach and stretch. One more. And rest. Stay there. What do you need?
I was going rolling, so I'm making the code for Alex and rolling.
All right, stay there, stay there, stay there.
Can I be in the video? Did you make a video on my iPad?
No, I'm using your iPad as a timer. All right, we have lunge kick right. Sammy, I'll help you when I come in, okay? I'm almost done.
Can you just wave around the people?
Yeah.
Quickly. I already did Al though.
L-A-U-R-E-N. All right, so we have lunge kick right. Remember, your option is to decrease the range of motion in the lunge and just not kick as high, all right? I want you to do it where you can do it well. I'm gonna give you lots of cues. Do the best you can, okay? 3, 2, 1, here we go. So reverse lunge on the right, or come on up and kick. Right, so you see we're not rushing through these. Nice and slow and controlled. I'm looking for 90-degree angles in both legs. Pressing through that front foot, right? Oops, bang my knee off the floor. Working on balance. And so if you need to, right, if you're unable to do that lunge right into the kick, tap it first and then kick. Switch to the other side.
What's after you and Nolan? I can't understand.
R. So if you need to, tap down first if you're struggling with the balance piece a little bit, and that's okay. Rest. Nice job. Okay. Next up, renegade rows. We come back down to the floor. So, renegade row. Remember, you're going to pull wrist to hip. You can do these from your knees, or you can do them full plank. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So, wrist to hip. Stay nice and still. Right? I don't want you to be rocking all over the place, right? You want to do this with control. Long neck. Head is in a neutral position with your spine. Wrist to hip. Core stays tight, okay? You can squeeze your butt cheeks and keep your tailbone tucked under. Rest. I'm sweating. I don't know if it's because I'm right in this, but I'm sweating. All right. We did both our lunge kick left. To finish this round, single leg Romanian deadlift, we're doing it assisted. We're going to use a chair. We're going to use or a countertop, whichever you prefer. We're practicing the hinge. we're looking for a stretch, an activation up the back of the standing leg. All right, 30 seconds on the right. So, left foot is my standing leg. I'm pushing that through the floor. Knee is soft. Roll my shoulders down and back, lock those lats in. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So I'm gonna hinge forward and up. So karate chopping at the hip. So you notice my knee has a micro bend in it. Go a little bit further away so you can see me. It doesn't change. So when I hinge, I'm not bending that knee. I'm gonna move back a little bit. This stays the same. Switch sides, same movement. Keep that teeny tiny bend in the knee.
Can I help, Mommy?
Not at the moment, Pumpkin. I'll let you know when you can help me. You stop. Stop right there. You still have pajamas on, honey.
Oh. Can I go get dressed?
And rest. Nice job. You can grab a drink again. We're going one more round. One more round. It is hot out here for October 20th. Okay. Whew. All right. That sun is being a you-know-what. It's a little bright. I need a shade on this part. I have one on this part. It's perfect. But that was perfect for summer. Now for fall, I need one over here. All right, so let's finish this last round. We're gonna do those skip ups. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Drive. Drive it. If it's easier for you and if you don't want to do this foot switch that I'm doing, you can stay right where you're at. You'll get more steps this way. And rest. All right, we have that alternating side plank. Come on down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, you have the option to drop to your knees. And that looks like this. And rest. Nice job. Okay. We have squat with the alternating leg lift. We're gonna do the right side first. And then for 30 seconds, and we'll do the left side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tuck that tailbone under, core is engaged. Sit down, just the right side lifts. With control. With control. I'm driving my knees out on the way down. I'm driving my knees out on the way up. That's helping me get my glutes engaged in this squat. So between pushing my entire foot through the floor and driving those knees out, I'm taking some of the relief off the quads. Switch sides. We'll take it off of her.
But she's chewing it.
We'll take it off of her, Andrew.
You take it off of her?
I will when I'm done. Rest. Nice job. Close the door. Okay, we have our push-up with an arm reach, back down to the floor. What are you doing? All right, so your push-up could be full plank. I'm gonna do them from my knees, concentrating on long neck, shoulders rolled down and away, lats locked in towards the hip. Core is nice and tight. I do that by tucking my tailbone. You might have another way to do that works for you. Go with it. I'm not gonna, if something's not broken, we won't fix it, right? 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Did you take it off? Take what off? The pencil that the dog's chewing.
Leading with your chest.
Did you take it?
Andrew, could you please be quiet?
I'm just upstairs getting dressed.
Go in the house. Go. Go.
I'm gonna go play outside.
Okay, go ahead. Go play on the swings. Go, Andrew. And rest.
I wanna
Good job, buddy.
put me on this swing.
Not right now. I'm doing something.
When these are wet, then I just put the other ones on.
Okay.
And then when these dry, when they're dry, then I just use them again.
Cool story. All right, go on the swings. I'll be with you in a minute. All right.
Push me on the swing when you
We have lunge kick right. 30 seconds. We switch to the other side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lunge kick right. So I'm going right from the lunge to the kick. If that is just too challenging with your balance, what you can do is tap the foot first in between the movements. So you can tap it. Switch sides. If you don't need that tap, don't take it. If you can do it with control, right? Drive that entire front foot through the floor. Rest. We are coming down for renegade row. Almost done. Home stretch here. So we have renegade row. You can do full plank or from your knees. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Wrist to hip. Check your alignment. Is your neck long? Shoulders rolled down away from your ears. The option again is to drop to your knees. And rest. All right, last move, last 2 moves. Do that single leg Romanian deadlift. And you do that assisted so that you can get the hinge down, okay? So remember, it's karate chopping at the hips. Your knee is soft. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Left foot, the standing leg. Hinge. Now, if your flexibility does not allow you to get your chest parallel to the floor, then you go down as far as you can go down, right? So you don't want to force this. It's not about forcing that stretch. You go to where you can do it well. Go ahead, switch sides. So again, it's not about how far you can get your chest down. It's not about how high you can take that leg behind you. It's where you do it well. So as long as you have that hinge motion down and you can feel that activation of the back of your leg, you can feel that nice stretch, then you're all right, then you're doing it right. And rest. That is it. you're finished. So, nice job. Ew, I'm all sweaty. That was kind of gross. Okay. Stop that. Stop recording. All right. I am going to, we only have 2 recorded so far. I'm going to record the next couple. So you have a full 7 days of workouts, depending on your level. You most certainly are welcome to take a rest in between, especially if you're a beginner. And if you wake up the next day and you're like, oh my God, I'm so sore, give your body a rest. This isn't just about, oh, I'm going to kick my own ass. It's not about that. It's about getting into the habit of moving your body. So if you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sore, I can't even move, then maybe take a nice light walk, or do some yoga on YouTube. So do something, but definitely give your body some time to recover. And of course, drink lots and lots of water.